Hey bloggers, how's it going? Kelly Olexa here, if you haven't met me. And if you haven't been to my blog yet, just as an FYI, my blog is kellyolexa.com, KELLYOLEXA.com. I'm shooting this video because I needed a way to get a message out there and have some of my friends in the blogger community be able to get this out as well. Because I've started to meet a lot of you at the conferences that I go to where I'm speaking and so on, whether it's let's see, we're going to be at Fit Blogging next year. I'm heading to Blistum shortly, Blog Her, Blogalicious, etc., etc. So, and many of you have been to some of the other, not necessarily blogger conferences, well, Blog World, South by Southwest, some of the more social media conferences and so on. But anyway, you may or may not know this, but just so that you understand my background, I'm a blogger who's been blogging since end of 2007, so kind of a long time, but not really a long time compared to some of you. So I've been doing a fitness blog for, you know, just a little over 3 years, gosh, probably closer to 2.5 years. And it was really more about accountability and connecting with friends because I'd been reading other people's blogs for a long time. That's why I started my blog. So I never started my blog thinking that I would write a book or that I would make money. It was strictly for accountability and for a way to connect with other people. But now, fast forward, and in 2009, I have started working with a social media agency out in DC. So I work for a company called NMS out in DC. They're based in DC. So both personally and professionally, I'm involved in this whole social media space, and quite often I find myself being this liaison between brands that want to connect with bloggers, specifically in this fitness area, okay? And I know so many fitness bloggers, so many of you are my dear friends. I've met through this blogging experience, and it's awesome, but I'm starting on a more regular basis, whether it's through clients that I work with through my work at NMS, or it's independently just through engagement in social media. I have a lot of fitness brands that are starting to connect with me, and they're looking for good, solid, influential bloggers in the fitness space all over the country. So I have my own database that has been formed of influential bloggers, and I don't define influential bloggers just by a number. I'm not looking at just how many hits you get or how many unique visits. Other people, that's, you know, that's fine for them. That's not how I define an influential. I can define an influential collectively by looking at a lot of different areas. It might be that that blogger is big on YouTube as well. It might be that they have a grand Twitter following. It could be really scattered among several areas, okay? So there's different ways to define influence and reach, and it's not just about numbers. So this video is to let you know that, number one, if I haven't discovered you yet and you are interested in becoming part of this group of fitness bloggers, this is not about me spamming you or developing a huge list, anything of that nature. If you have a solid blog, you're blogging on a regular basis, you're regularly getting comments and interaction with your fans and your readers, and you want to be a part of this community that I'm developing, this database that I'm developing, that will be able to connect you with brands that want to connect with you. I'm also hoping to incorporate, you know, the ability for some of these conferences that want to bring bloggers to the conferences, connect brands with bloggers. They would have access to this database or the ability to reach out to you if you ask for it. But then additionally, I've started to get some friends. For example, I have a friend that is an attorney out in Vegas. She advises bloggers on legal rights with protecting your intellectual capital, protecting your name, your personal brand. There's things that you should be aware of as you're perhaps starting to get more offers from brands, perhaps offers from book publishers, whatever. Things that you want to consider so that you don't get, frankly, screwed in the process. So those are things that I would want to make available to everybody. But at the end of the day, this is really about the fact that I have a database of people that I know and recommend. I have brands approaching me all the time, again, whether it's through my company or through just my engagement in the social spaces, that want to connect with solid influentials in this fitness space. Whether you're into bodybuilding, yoga, running, triathlons, I don't care what it is that you do. If you're passionate about it, you're blogging about it on a regular basis, and you have a defined reach online, then I want to connect with you, and I'd love to have you as part of this. Now, keep in mind, I have to do this. You know, there are, what's not characteristics, but there are, I can't even think of the word that I'm looking for. In other words, I need to be able to define the only people that are going to be in this database on a regular basis are those that I can define your influence and your online reach. So if you're a brand new blogger, I probably can't put you in here. So understand that if you fill out the form on my website, you know, I am going to have to take a peek at, you know, your blog, kind of your numbers, and your engagement online. And if it's not there yet, then let's check back in a couple months. But for right now, what we're looking for is, you know, where you are, what your blog is, what your online reach is, and then that's it. This is no cost. This is just more of kind of you guys opting in and letting me know, hey, you know what? If there's brands out there like Nike, like who knows, like. There's nutritional companies out there, there's apparel companies out there, there's supplementation companies, vitamin companies, there's equipment companies out there. There's all kinds of companies that are looking to reach fitness bloggers in this space. And this goes for both men and women. So if you're interested and you go to my site, kellyolexa.com, there's actually a tab that I've added where it says, you know, join in the club on the very right-hand side. I have a contact me page, but then there's also, you know, a get in the know, join the club tab, that if you fill out that information and get it to me, we'll opt you in, and then I'll just follow up with you personally so that we can let you know what's going to be coming up. But there's going to be a lot going on this year, and the time is now, so I wanted to do kind of a reach out message to you and certainly invite you to connect to, you know, a bunch of other people in the space, and hopefully I'll be able to connect with you and, you know, teach you a little bit about blogging and protecting yourself along the way, because so much is happening so fast, and I think a lot of bloggers that are getting into this don't realize things to look out for as far as protecting yourself, and then also opportunities that they could be missing. So, you know, this is more about, number one, first and foremost, connecting brands and bloggers. Number two, providing advice and guidance for bloggers. And then number three, kind of everybody just becoming besties. So that's all there is to it. But I certainly invite you, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me too. My email is kellyolexa@gmail.com. And again, that's KELLYOLEXA@gmail.com. Thanks so much, and I look forward to meeting you. Have a great day.